Hello guys, in today's video I will rank every single super in the game.
As first, we of course have Shelly. Let's say Shelly's super is an A tier. I mean, you can one-shot some brawlers, so it's a really good super, but I mean, if it's on long range, then it's not really good. But if you use a gadget, then it's good. But yeah, we're not rating gadgets, we're rating supers. So Nita, well, let's say Nita is just a Shelly A tier because it can be really good in heist, but if you come against a Colt, it's not gonna do anything. Talking about Colt, here we have Colt. Well, let's put Colt in C tier. I mean, it can be good, but it's doing less damage. So here we have Bull. Well, if you use Bull Super with gadget, then it's S or maybe even A tier. But I mean, we're rating supers, not gadgets. So let's say D tier. It's not gonna do anything if you don't have your gadget. Well, here we have Jessie. Jessie it's actually the same as Nita, but it's a bit worse because, yeah, it can't walk. So let's put it in B tier. Here we have Brock. I think Brock, it's not doing that much damage, but I mean, yeah, it can be very good to open the map. So let's say B tier. Here we have El Primo. Let's say El Primo is B tier. Dynamite. Well, Dynamite Super is probably B or maybe even A tier. Yeah, A tier. Because it's doing many damage. Bow Super. Well, Bow Super, it's if you don't have your gadget, then it's very easy to just not step into it. So let's say C tier. Barley. Well, Barley Super is C tier. It's not really that good. Poco Super is probably B tier. I mean, it's healing a lot, but yeah. Rico Super. I would say Rico Super is A tier. It's actually a really good super in my opinion. Mortis Super. I would say Mortis Super. I mean, if you use it on one person, then it's not that good. But if you use it on like 3 persons, then it is good. But yeah, let's say B tier. Spike. Well, Spike is B tier too because, yeah, I mean, it can be good, but not really. Crow. Well, Crow is a really good super, even though it's pretty hard to get. But I mean, let's say A tier. Piper. Well, Piper Super, B tier. I mean, it's essential to escape, but yeah, it's not doing that much. Pam Super. Well, Pam Super is really good, but it can be countered by Crow because, yeah, it's less healing. But I think that it's still B tier or maybe C tier. Nah, let's do B tier. Here we have Tara. Tara, let's say B tier. Daryl. Well, if you use one super, so before the rework, then it's C tier. But he has 2 supers, so let's say B tier. Frank. I mean, it's very easy to just cancel it, but it's a very long stun, so let's say B tier. Penny. Penny super is pretty good, so let's say B tier. Yeah, B tier. Leon Super. Let's say Leon Super is A tier. Really good super. Jean Super. Let's say Jean Super is A tier. It's just a good super. Carl Super. Let's say Carl Super is probably B tier. I mean, it's a good super. Rosa Super. It used to be broken like 5 years ago, but right now it's lasting a few seconds, so let's say C tier. BB Super. I would say BB Super is C tier too, like it's not doing that much. Tick Super. I would say Tick Super is B tier because, I mean, it's good, but yeah, it can be countered. 8-bit Super. Let's say 8-bit Super is B tier. It's just a normal super. Sandy Super. I would say Sandy Super is A tier. It's a really good super. M Super is A tier too. It's very good super. B Super, I would say C tier. It's not doing that much. Max Super, let's say Max Super is A tier. Really good super. Mr. P Super is A tier too. Jackie Super. Let's say Jackie Super is C tier, yeah. Sprout Super, let's say B tier too. It's just normal super. And just as Gale Super, B tier, B tier too. Nani Super is B tier too. Surge Super is A tier or maybe even S tier. Nah, not S tier. Flat Super is A tier probably. Amber Super. Let's say Amber Super is C tier. Not that good super. Lou Super. Let's say Lou Super is B tier or maybe even A tier. Yeah, maybe A tier. It's a really good super. Byron Super. Let's say Byron Super is B tier. Edgar Super, B tier 2. Ruff's Super is probably B tier 2. Stu. Well, if you can use Stu Super, you use a super, you do main attack, you have your super, then it's broken. But if you can't do that, then it's just D tier. It's not gonna do anything. Bell Super. I would say Bell Super is A tier. Squeak. Let's say Squeak Super is C tier. Not a that good super. Buzz Super. Let's say Buzz Super is A tier. Really good super. Griff Super is A tier too. I mean, you can just one-shot some people. Ash Super. It's not doing that much damage, but it's giving you many rage. So let's say B tier. Mag Super. I mean, if you are in your mecha, then it's probably B tier. And if you are not, then it's S tier because you just upgrade your whole brawler. Lola. That's a hard one. Let's say Lola is B tier. Yeah, just B tier. Grom Super. Well, Grom Super is... let's say B tier. Fang Super. Well, if there are many people, then it's a really good super, so let's say A tier. Eve. Let's say Eve's super is C tier. I don't think that it's too good. Janet Super is actually really good because you can just escape from literally everything, so let's say A tier. Bonnie Super. I mean, that's a good super because you just turn into an assassin, so let's say A tier. Otis Super. I think Otis Super is straight out S tier. Well, Sam Super. I mean, Sam Super, if you only have one, it's just D tier. Gus Super is B tier. It's just pretty good super. Buster. Let's say Busters. I mean, if you come against an Edgar, it's not going to do anything. But if you come against a Colt, it can do anything. But I don't think that anyone is going to be so dumb to just shoot on it. So let's say C tier. Gray. Gray Super is B tier. Well, with Chester, it's a hard one because I don't have Chester. So it's pretty hard to know which is which, but the healing one, I know that this is the healing one, so let's say A tier. I know that this is like that round thing around you, so let's say this one is C tier. I knew that this one is not good. Is this a stun one? Yeah, this is the stun one, right? Well, I would say the stun one is A tier. This is like the bomb or something. I would say this one is A tier. Yeah, A tier. This one, is it like the damage over time? I think, yeah, it's A tier. Mandy Super. Well, I think that Mandy Super is A tier. Really good super. And RT Super. Let's say S tier. Just as the Willow Super. I mean, you can just have 0 power cubes and you're a level 1. And they will just jump a 99 cube Edgar on you, and you can still win a showdown. Maisie. Let's say Maisie Super is S or maybe B tier. Yeah, let's say C tier. Not S. C tier. It's not that good. Hank. Well, Hank, you can one-shot people with it, so let's say A tier. Cordelia Super is probably a S or A tier. I mean, yeah, let's say A tier. Yeah, A tier. Doug. I think Doug is S tier. That's a so good super. Pearl. I would think Pearl Super is A tier. It's a really good super. Chuck Super. If you have one Chuck Super, it is D tier. But I think we would do it in B tier. I mean, if you only have one, then it's D tier, but it's very easy to get, so. Charlie. Well, I mean, Charlie, it's not doing that much because, I mean, people are stunned for a time, but you can damage them anyway, so I think it's just B tier. Miko. Miko is A tier super. That's a really good super. The healing super of Kit is probably C or B tier. Let's say B tier. The other one is, I mean, if you're in 3v3, it's probably just D tier because people can just damage you. If you are in Showdown, it is probably A tier. Larry and Lori. I would say B tier. I mean, yeah, it's not doing that much damage. Angelo. Angelo Super is A tier. Just a pretty balanced super. Well, not A. Let's say B tier. Yeah, B tier. Melody. I mean, if we say like if you have 3 supers, then it's probably A tier. So yeah, if you only have 1, then it's D, C or B tier. But now I would say A tier. Lily. Lily Super is S tier. It is so broken. Draco Super. I would say, is it Draco or Draco? I don't know. Let's say Draco's Super is A tier. I mean, you do a lot more damage. Barry Super. Let's say Barry's Super is A tier. Level 1 Clancy Super. That is probably B tier. It's just pretty good, but it's not broken. Level 2 Super. B tier too. Level 3 Super is probably A or maybe even S tier. Moo Super is A tier, definitely. And last but not least, Genji Super. It got nerfed a lot, so let's say B or maybe even C tier. Like before it was A or maybe even S, but now it's like C or D. So let's say C, yeah, C. So that was the ranking. I hope you liked the video. So please join my Discord server.